Hello, everybody. My name is Keith Murphy. Um, I'm 50 years old, and as of Friday, January 17th, I've been diagnosed with HPV positive squamous cell cancer of the throat. Specifically, we think that my cancer is located in my right tonsil. Um, a little backstory. Um, Summer of 2019, for some weird reason, I looked at the back of my throat and I saw that the right side of my esophagus, next to my uvula, was slightly enlarged. Not crazy enlarged, but it was definitely bigger than the left side. And at that point, I didn't really think of anything of it. I didn't think anything of it. It didn't hurt. I wasn't having trouble swallowing. Didn't sting when I drank cold or hot or ate whatever. So I just kind of wrote it off. Um, Fast forward to the fall of 2019. Um, I had successive bouts with pneumonia and with bronchitis, and also during that time period, my wife and my daughter um, had strep, and um, my throat did start to hurt at that point, but I thought it was because of all the coughing, um, or possibly that I had gotten strep. So I went to just like a patient first, like a doc in the box kind of place. And the guy there, the doctor there said, well, maybe it's pharyngitis. It's not strep, but maybe it's pharyngitis. So we'll give you some antibiotics and see if that takes care of it. It didn't, and the right side of my throat continued to get more and more enlarged, um, to the point where I had a um, just a basic checkup with my primary care physician, um, which was Monday, the 13th of January. And we went through the basic stuff, how you feeling, um, your blood levels look okay from my last test, that kind of stuff. Um, and then, as an aside, he said, "Is anything else bothering you? Anything bothering you?" And I said, "Well, my throat is a little sore and it's kind of inflamed right now, or enlarged right now." And so he took one look at the back of my throat and said, "Oh, that's not normal. Um, we need to get you in to see an ENT as soon as possible." So that kind of worried me, but the next day I went to the ENT doctor that he had referred me to, and again, the ENT doctor was like, "Yeah, no, that's not normal. We need to biopsy that right away." So he did, and let me tell you, that shit hurts. He like numbed me up in the back, like this needle, back of the throat. I hate to be graphic, but he's just, with basically these tweezers, pliers, just grabbing pieces of the back of my throat, which to this day hurts like a son of a bitch. By the way, I cuss every once in a while, so I apologize for that. So he said, "Yeah, let's send this off to the lab and have them look at it and come back Friday, and we'll tell you what you got, basically." Um, so yeah, Friday, January 17th, 8:30 in the morning. I'm sitting in the chair. He comes in, hey, how you doing? Um, I'm just going to get right to it. You have cancer. Um, so that was something that hit me like a ton of bricks. That was definitely something that I guess in the back of my mind, I was kind of, what if it's cancer? Um, but I didn't, it's not part of my family history. My mom died of leukemia. My dad had skin cancer, but it wasn't like internal organs and stuff like that. We never had that kind of cancer in my family. So I just, for whatever reason, just my mind wasn't going there. The rest of the appointment, he was talking to me, and I just kind of, you know, just kind of shut down. I didn't know what he was. I couldn't process what he was telling me. Like, wait, what did you just say? What kind of cancer is it? Can you spell it? I've never even heard of it. Squamous cell. Still really don't know what the hell that is. But all I know is, from what I've read, um, the HPV positive brand of cancer, if we can call it that, is somewhat easier to treat, I guess, because it's caused by a virus. But it's still the same stuff, radiation probably, therapy, and chemo probably, and surgery to remove whatever they can remove. I haven't had one consultation yet with any of the folks that'll be, I guess, working on me. Um, so I don't know what stage I am. I don't know what the prescribed path is going to be for me just yet. I'm still waiting for phone calls from, the oncology ENT and the oncology group that's going to be doing whatever radiation or chemo or combination thereof. So at this point, at this stage in the game, I'm really new to this whole thing, and I'm scared. I'm I'm confused. I have a wife. We have an 8-year-old daughter. I have a pretty big family. Um, so I have a pretty good support mechanism in place. But I'm just really worried about, telling my daughter and what that's going to do to her frame of mind. The only thing she knows of cancer is, after a courageous 4-year battle of pancreatic cancer, her grandma passed away last year, as a matter of fact. So I'm sure this is gonna, I'm sure this is gonna really come as a pretty big hit to her that now Dad has cancer. Man, I gotta tell you, this really sucks. I'm looking at, online and all the different websites that people tell you to go to, and maybe I'm doing too much of that, but, I'm looking at what to expect, right? When you have cancer, the kind that I have, and radiation burns the throat. You're not going to be able to swallow. You're going to have a feeding tube. You're going to sleep 18 hours a day. You're not going to want to talk. I'm a realtor, so how's that going to work? So my brain just kind of goes in a lot of different places, and I'm scared. I'm sad. I'm, but I'm hopeful, and I know that I have a friend of mine who went through this same thing about this time last year, and he seems to be fine now, all things considered. And he was stage 3, so, as long as I'm stage 3 or better, I think I have pretty good chances. I'm just not looking forward to this whole process. The next couple of months are going to suck. And there's no way around that. And, excuse me, any way I can mitigate it. If you're watching this and what was your best, what was your go-to thing that made you feel better if you had this cancer? What was the one thing that kept you going, that made life tolerable for the two months? And I've got a lot going for me. I've got a lot to live for, so I'm not deficient in those categories. What I'm really looking for is what's going to help comfort me in those moments where you just want to say, fuck, I hate this. How do I get rid of this? I didn't sign up for this. So anyway, yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm going to try to make as many of these videos throughout these next couple of months as I can, and you'll see me kind of all over the place. And hopefully we come out of this better than ever, right? Rocking a much slimmer dad bod to the beach. Anyway, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Prayers are definitely accepted. I believe in the power of prayer, so the more people I have on my side lifting me up in prayer, and my family, particularly my daughter and my wife, I'd really appreciate that. So thank you.